Imagine you walk into a room. There are ordinary people there, friends, acquaintances, maybe even strangers. And now a simple question. How many people does it take for at least two of them to share the same birthday? Stop for a second and think. Most people say around 100, maybe 150. Some say almost all 365. And that sounds logical. After all, there are 365 days in a year. But the correct answer is much smaller. In fact, you only need 23 people, and here, most people have the same reaction. That's impossible. But it's true, and it's called the birthday paradox. And the most interesting thing is, there's no trick here, no magic. It's just that our intuition is letting us down. To understand why, let's think about how we usually imagine this. Most people think like this. I take one person and look for another with the same birthday. But that's the wrong approach, because in reality, we don't compare one person to everyone else. We compare everyone to everyone else. Imagine three people. How many pairs are there? The first and the second, the first and the third, the second and the third, a total of 3 pairs. Now imagine 10 people. There aren't just 10 pairs here, not even 20. There are 45 different pairs here, and each of these pairs is a chance that the birthdays will match. Now, let's go back to 23 people. How many pairs are there? 253. And that's where everything changes, because now we don't have just one chance of finding a match. We have hundreds of chances, and each one is small, but together they add up to a big one. It's like buying one lottery ticket. The odds are low, but if you buy hundreds, your chances of winning skyrocket. And that's exactly what's happening here. We're not looking for a specific match. We're looking for any match. And that's a very important difference. But we can go even deeper. Instead of calculating the probability that someone's birthday will match, it's easier to calculate the opposite. What is the probability that everyone in the room has a different birthday? The answer isn't obvious. The first person, no problem. Their birthday could be any day. The second person, the probability that their birthday is different is 364 out of 365. The third person, 363 out of 365. The fourth person, 362 out of 365. And so on. With each new person, the chance that all birthdays are different drops. And it doesn't drop slowly, it drops very quickly. And when we get to 23 people, the probability that all birthdays are different falls below 50%. And that means the chance of a match is already greater than 50%. And this is the point where intuition breaks down. Because our brain isn't used to thinking about a large number of interactions at the same time. We can easily imagine a single pair, but not hundreds. And that's exactly why it seems like a paradox. But that's not the only interesting fact. If you increase the number of people to 30, the probability of a coincidence is already around 70%. With 40 people, about 90%. And with 50 people, it's almost guaranteed. Now think about this. You've most likely been in a room with 50 people at school, at an event, at a party, and there's a very high probability that there were people there with the same birthday. You just didn't notice it. And here's what makes it even more interesting. This effect isn't limited to birthdays. It's a general principle. When the number of interactions grows rapidly, the probability of coincidences increases dramatically. This is used in cryptography, in probability theory, and even in computer algorithms. But at its core is a very simple idea. We underestimate just how quickly the number of possible connections grows. And that is exactly why the answer 23 seems wrong. Although in reality it is absolutely correct. So next time when you are in a room with people, look around. The probability that two of them share the same birthday is much higher than you think. And perhaps this paradox is already at work right now.